You know that, man?
Hey!
We were mid-conversation and the light went on that we're live.
Hi, guys.
Welcome to the afternoon show. All the cool kids out there, all the sunnies, we know it as Afternoon Delight. So excited for the afternoon show today. We've got all the shenanigans and the segments that we love, like Pop Culture Thunderdome quiz. We're going to go to the spice route today, the ancient spice world. Excited because I just found so many cool facts.
I am spicy.
We could turn this into a really cool quiz, so let's see how we do on that. We've got the Boat Drinks Meme It or Leave It today. I got a Breakfast Club meme to lead it off today. It's amazing. Really hitting that one out of the park. I love that movie.
Me too.
Then we got a Reddit Rundown report. This is going to be an interesting one about, you know what pisses me off? And very little pisses me off.
That's why I'm like, what could it be?
Parents that named their children
Weird ass names?
Yes, we're going to dive into that today. Okay.
I can just picture if I was a teacher in this day and age, I'd be like, calling roll, and I'd be like, oh, screw it. Just stand up.
And listen, nobody can come for me on this conversation because Mr. Hartzell was going to be named something very strange, but we took a different route and we went with David Gavin. Then we got Is This News? Of course, Mel sent over 3 news stories. We're going to be the judge and the jury. She found some really cool heart, sentimental stories today. We're going to see if they're going to be newsworthy. And then we'll get into Hey Girl, Hey, horrible horoscopes in which I'm on deck. Scorpio and Libra are on deck today.
Wah, wah.
We'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. Hopefully the stars are good to me. Let's get into Pop Culture Thunderdome. What's the music here? What are you thinking?
Oh, I'm thinking.
Spice,
baby. No, I'm thinking. Spice Up Your Life.
Oh,
Spice Girls.
Yeah. Spice up your life. You're having a good time.
Spice up your life.
Pick up a good time. Ha, ha. Go around. I love this. You guys
People
love
on the
Spice
left.
Girls?
Spice up your life.
Did you love Spice Girls?
Yes.
Who was your favorite?
Posh and scary.
I was Ginger.
Oh, I like Ginger too.
I love Jerry Hollywood. I think she's something special.
Baby
with that.
Spice,
Yeah, Posh just looked like she had to stick up her
I
ass
just
the
love
entire
Victoria
time.
Beckham.
I know, and now after watching all the documentaries, I'm absolutely fascinated with
I
her.
love her.
I got to give her more credit. All right, let's get into this. Question number 1. We got a true or false question, Mel. We got, it takes roughly 75,000 hand-picked crocus flowers to produce a single pound of saffron.
True.
Okay. Multiple choice. In 1667, the Dutch traded away the tiny island that would become modern-day Manhattan in exchange for another far-off island in which spice? Was it cinnamon, nutmeg, cloves, or black pepper?
Nutmeg.
Question 3, true or false? Chili peppers are native to India and have flavored Indian cooking for thousands of years.
False.
Question 4, multiple choice. The word salary comes from the Latin word for substance. So once so precious, it was tied to workers' pay in gold or in salt or in grain or in pepper.
Salt.
Question 5, true or false? Nutmeg and mace are 2 completely different spices that come from the very same fruit.
I'm going to say true.
Okay. Question 6, multiple choice. To keep prices sky high and their sources secret, ancient Arab traders spread a legend that cinnamon was harvested from A, the nest of giant birds on high cliffs, B, underwater caves guarded by sea serpents, C, the rims of active volcanoes, or D, the tears of a phoenix.
C. I hope it's C.
Question 7, true or false? A 12-year-old enslaved boy discovered how to hand pollinate the vanilla orchid, a method still used around the world today.
True.
Okay. Question 8, multiple guess. The legendary Spice Islands, fought over in bloody European wars, are located in what modern country? Is it A, India? Is it B, Sri Lanka? C, Indonesia? Or D, Madagascar?
Madagascar. I just like saying that.
It's a fun word. Question 9, true or false? When Christopher Columbus called chili peppers, it was actually a mistake. He was hunting for black peppercorns.
Sure. True.
And last question, question 10, multiple choice. The star-shaped spice star anise became globally important in the 2000s because it's a key ingredient for making A, perfume fixatives, B, the flu drug Tamiflu, C, red food dye, or D, fireworks?
Okay, let's do Baby Thunderdome.
All right, Baby Thunderdome quiz so Mo can get an answer right. All right, Baby Thunderdome, question number 1. What spice makes food spicy hot and comes in jalapeno and habanero varieties?
Peppers.
Yes, great job.
Thanks.
All right, let me get that answer key.
Da 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 ding.
All right. Answer key. Question number 1. 75,000 flowers for 1 pound of saffron, you said?
True.
Correct. It's real, Sonny. Saffron is dried stigmas of the Caracas flower, Caracas sativus flower, and each blossom gives up only 3 tiny threads, all picked by hand. Interesting. All right, next up, what did the Dutch trade Manhattan for?
Nutmeg.
Yup, in 1667, Treaty of Breda, the Dutch happily handed the English a swampy little trading post called New Amsterdam, today's Manhattan. Very cool. I didn't know that, actually. Next up, are chili peppers native to India?
False.
Correct. One of the history's great plot twists, Sonnies. Chili peppers are native in the Americas. There was no spicy Indian curry, no fiery Thai food, no Szechuan heat until Portuguese traders carried chilies across the oceans in the 1500s. Interesting. That's kind of cool, right?
Very cool.
Next up, where does the word salary come from?
Salt.
Yes, it traces to the Latin salarium connected to sal, which is salt.
Do you know how I made that correlation in my brain?
Huh.
I looked at all the words and I said, well, people sometimes get salty about their salary.
Right, that's true. And you see SAL there, which is salt in Latin. Very interesting. You did very good context clues there.
I made it up in my brain.
Next up, do nutmeg and mace come from the same fruit?
I hope that's true.
Yes, you are correct. 2 spices, 1 plant. They both come from fruit of Myristica
Very good.
fragrans. Nutmeg is a hard brown seed in the center, and mace is the lacy, bright red
So
webbing.
you could just blow nutmeg in someone's eyes and blind them?
Basically, 1 tree, 2 spice rack celebrities there. All right.
Carrying around, I'm going to be carrying around nutmeg now.
All right. What was the cinnamon legend? What did you say?
I said the rim of active volcanoes.
Wrong.
The nest of giant birds on cliffs.
Correct. The ancient Greek historian Herodotus recorded the tale. Giant cinnamon birds specifically built their nests around cinnamon sticks on unreachable cliffs, and gatherers had to trick the birds to get it. Total nonsense spread by Arab traders to hide that it came from Sri Lanka and to justify a jaw-dropping price. Oh, that's it. Marketing. Interesting. Next up, did a 12-year-old crack the vanilla pollination?
I said true.
That is correct. His name was Edmund Alibus, and a boy on the island of Reunion. And in 1841, he invented a quick hand pollination technique using a thin stick and his thumb. Vanilla orchids couldn't be pollinated outside of Mexico without their native bee until this child changed the entire global vanilla industry forever.
I love that for him.
Me too. Wow, that's kind of cool. Next up, where are the Spice Islands?
I said Madagascar because I like that word.
Wrong.
Shit. Sri Lanka.
Wrong.
Oh my God. Indonesia.
Yes. The fabled Spice Islands are the Malukukas Islands of the Indonesian area. For centuries, the only place on Earth where nutmeg and cloves grew. Honestly, you're doing well in this quiz. I find this very fascinating. I am not bored with this at all. You find this very boring? I love it. I think it's cool. Next up, was pepper a Columbus mistake?
True.
Correct. Columbus sailed west chasing the valuable black pepper and other Asian spices. When he bumped into the Americas and found spicy red pods instead, he called them peppers anyway, even though cities aren't related to black pepper at all. The name stuck for over 500 years. One man's navigational error, another grocery aisle's worth of confusion. All right. I know you did Baby Thunderdome, but on
Yes.
this last one, what would you guess?
Fireworks.
Wrong.
Perfume fixative.
Wrong.
Tamiflu.
Yes. Star anise is a primary natural source of acid, the starter ingredient once used to manufacture the antiviral drug Tamiflu.
Oh.
During the flu pandemic scares in the 2000s, demand spiked so hard it caused a global star anise shortage, a humble baking spice quietly running the pharmacy. Isn't that interesting?
I got an 80.
Hey, you did great. That's a B, and you're good with me to go to Capybara. Yippee!
Oh my God.
Looking for your wild side with a gentle twist, Sonnies? Say hello to the Capybara Cafe, Florida's most unforgettable animal experience. Get up close and personal with capybaras, reptiles, and the cutest exotic creatures around, all while learning, laughing, and making a real impact. Every visit supports animal shelters, provides sustainability, and delivers educational magic for the whole fam. So don't just scroll, scurry over to thecapybaracafe.com and book your encounter now. The Capybara Cafe, where curiosity lives and your wild heart gets to roam. All right, let's get into boat drinks. Meme it or leave it. All right, this first one. I'll never forgive the Breakfast Club for doing this.
Yeah, leave Ali Sheedy alone.
She looked beautiful as this like light goth girl.
I like her haircut.
I loved her.
This looks so stupid. Molly Ringwald, leave her alone.
The other one looked so dumb. That was a stupid move. Next up, it's fine to eat a test grape in the produce section, but you take one bite of a rotisserie chicken and it's all, sir, you need to leave.
Who caught me?
Next
Stupid.
up, are we sure the wise men who brought frankincense and myrrh weren't just trying to sign Mary up for their essential oils pyramid scheme?
That's so funny. Here, have some doTERRA.
I usually fall for those. I love
Me
essential
too.
oils. Next up, my wife just rolled over to me in bed and whispered, I know it's late, but do you want to have cheese toast? That, my friends, is how you keep romance alive.
True.
That is very
You
special.
want cheese toast?
I love cheese toast.
Me
Next
too.
up, I've entered it online twice, submitted a picture of my card online, just handed you the physical card and watched you make a copy of it. But sure, doctor's office, I'd love to write my insurance number on these 3 forms
Yeah.
again.
Oh, I hate that crap.
How many times you just
The
freaking do
other
it?
day that happened at the doctor's office, and I said, I'm not doing that.
It's just like, can they just write it?
and I slid the clipboard back to the receptionist. So I walked and sat down.
So dumb.
She didn't know
God.
what to do.
Next up, my daughters are fighting nonstop this summer, and then a parent with sons. My boys tore off our garage door yesterday and painted a fifth of our house orange. So
That's
which
hilarious.
one would you want? Some bitchy daughters or
No,
some
I'd rather
destructive boys?
destructive boys.
Oh, I'd rather have bitchy
Than a
daughters.
fighting.
I can get Shaka Khan. I
No.
can get fix that in a second. All right, next up, there's a wig napper out there. This person stole our mannequin's wig. Please return her wig. Reward if found. If you have any information regarding the suspect, please contact us. Wow.
That's awesome.
Well, I love the artist description of how the subject may now appear.
I can't. That's hilarious.
Next up, life hack. Give yourself 8 to 12 hours of alone time every morning to prepare for the day.
That's hilarious.
This is what I have to do to get myself
8
ready
to 12
for the
hours.
rest
That's like
of
a
the
half
day.
a day. Hilarious.
Next up, why did people drink so much
Ew.
milk in the 90s? And then Topher says, because the dairy industry spent $23 million a year on the Got Milk campaign to convince our parents that if we don't drink enough milk, we'd grow up to be short, weak, moral failures who would never reproduce. Well, look who's laughing now, Mom, Dad. I drank milk every day and still no grandkids.
That's awesome. Last one.
All right. When you find out he can get a senior discount at TJ Maxx.
I love this.
Oh, God. I love her. Jeez.
I do too.
All right, guys. Let's go to boat drinks. Somewhere between lunch and legend, there's a place where the day slips off its mundane. Helmed by Captain Rob and Captain Whitney, part hosts, part legends, part beautifully orchestrated icons. This isn't just a bar, it's a daytime escape portal for people who refuse to live boring lives. Boat Drinks Bar is the vibe to thrive, to stay alive. You didn't plan to stay all afternoon, but Boat Drinks has never been concerned with your plans. Find your escape in Uptown St. Augustine, 123 San Marco Avenue, where the afternoons arrive fashionably late and leave comfortably transformed. Boat Drinks. Almost got caught. All right, we're here at Addie's Reddit Rundown Report. Today's subreddit is Am I the Asshole? The TLDR is Am I the Asshole For keeping my name change a secret for 5 years. So this is a 26-year-old female.
Well, okay.
So my parents decided to name my sister and I after American states. I have permission to share her name, Arizona. Cute, that's fine. And I was called... what state do you think it is? Let me just ask you that.
Arkansas?
No.
Louisiana?
No.
Dakota?
That would make sense.
Okay.
Pennsylvania. This is case in point why she changed her name,
Why
right?
did the parents hate her?
This is a case in point why she changed her name. So I was called Pennsylvania at birth. Poor freaking girl. Yeah, my parents are weird.
Maybe they call her Penny for short.
Well, we get to that.
Oh my
I guess
God.
that's why they thought geographical names were cool, but I think that
I think your parents just hate both of you.
there's a huge difference between calling your child Arizona or Dakota or Paris versus...
Wait, pause. Any person I've ever met named Dakota is like a piece of shit human.
well, I don't know. I had no very good Dakota, so I may
That's
have
lucky for you.
usurped that
All
one.
right,
But
wait, let me take a sip before you go any further.
sure, between calling your child Arizona or Dakota or Paris versus Pennsylvania. They're massive Republicans and American lovers, so maybe they wanted to be patriotic.
Name her Tennessee.
No idea. So for as long as I can remember, everyone called me Penn or Penny. My parents insisted that everyone was to call me by my full name, but most people could see how ridiculous my parents are.
Your name's too long, first of all.
My sister is 28, didn't struggle as much with her name as Arizona, just sounds better than Pennsylvania. And the Grey's Anatomy character Arizona Robbins made it seem quite cool as we got older. I was mocked and teased as a child in elementary school because my parents insist on my full name, that they would literally berate my teachers for letting me write Penny on my work or my books.
That poor kid had to learn how to spell that.
Unbelievable. When I was 21, I got my name legally changed to Penelope. Most people I met in college just assumed that I went by Penny, and my nickname was my nickname for Penelope. Even my boyfriend's mother called me Penelope because I was too embarrassed to tell her that Penny was short for Pennsylvania. I kept a secret from my parents and close family because I knew my parents would go mental and accuse me of disrespecting their choice. I'm getting married this summer to my lovely boyfriend, Tom, who's 31. And as you know, you have to say your full name in your wedding ceremony when you're doing your vows. I knew I had to fess up about my name change because the alternative would be hoping they kept quiet when they heard me say I, Penelope, instead of I, Pennsylvania. I invited them over to my home.
I, Liberty Bell.
All right. I invited them over to my home, and I tried to tell them in a really calm way that I changed my name, but they freaked out. They said that I was disrespectful, I was calling their choice dumb, etc. They are refusing to attend the wedding now. I am not the asshole for changing my name, but my parents are particularly pissed about how I kept it hidden for 5 years before telling them. Most people I know agree with them. They think that I should have had the courage to be honest with them years ago and would have had the time to get used to it instead of me dropping the news on them 2 months before my wedding, causing all this drama. Excuse me. A few of my other family members have dropped out. And my poor sister, who is maid of honor, is having a nightmare with this. My parents believe that they have the right to know much earlier. There's an edit here. I know I could ask the officiant or priest to say Penny instead of Penelope, but I don't want to hide my real name. It's my wedding day. Am I the asshole?
No, your parents are the asshole for naming you that.
No shit.
I don't think parents realize when you name your kids, you're not the one who has to go.
How much? Okay,
you're not the one who has to go to elementary school, middle school, and deal with that.
Right. So my parents wanted to name me, I've said this on the show before, Muir. After like horse manure. After John Muir, the environmentalist. actually, now in my quirky artist years, I actually think it's kind of endearing and cute, but I can see that would have been a nightmare. I mean, it was already a nightmare for me anyway, of being like this young, effeminate child that was already going through it, so you might as well add another thing and call
Not
me
as bad as
Muir.
Pennsylvania.
But, like, I know Pennsylvania really is a choice. We got some notable comments here. We got pretty much overwhelmingly not the asshole on this one as the verdict.
But on the real though, she should have said something before 5 years.
Yeah.
I think so. Tell the truth.
But is
If
it really
they're
their
going to get mad,
business?
at least that gives them time to get mad and get over it before you get married.
Is it really their business, though, after 18?
I don't know. Mom, if I'm going to ask you, would
Yeah,
you
that's a
be
good
upset
question.
if I legally changed my name but didn't tell you after 5 years? Now, Christy, my older sister,
Yeah?
I think I'm going to get this story correct, Mom. She wanted to be named Sylvia so bad.
Oh, she would
So
be
she
a
told
great
the
Sylvia.
teacher to call her Sylvia.
Okay.
Well, something happened at the school one day. Christy was really little, I think. And the teacher called and said, I want to talk to you about Sylvia. My mother says, I don't have a daughter named Sylvia.
Oh, no.
Mom,
This
you'll-
happened to me, too,
you'll have
but
to
go
tell
ahead.
the story. That's all I remember of the story.
Okay, I was supposed to get picked up from CCD.
Oh,
by
freaking
my Aunt
CCD, so
Rosie.
boring.
Okay, I knew Aunt Rosie.
Yeah.
And the school administrator called her, there's a Rose here to pick you up.
You don't
And
know.
I didn't know there was the difference between Rose and Rosie. And I was like, I don't know a Rose. And they were like, they refused Rosie to pick me up. And I ended up going home with a stranger. Susan was so pissed. Oh, I'll never forget
Yeah,
that.
but you followed the rules. Don't go with a stranger. Well, you know you didn't. 'cause you didn't.
Well, it was my teacher, but like I had to like tell my teacher where I lived, and I'm like, I think it's down this road, and I think it's this way, but I got her there anyway. And it's interesting.
Oh my God.
All right, overwhelmingly not the asshole, but we got some good notable comments here. Not the asshole. How come none of your relatives are appalled that your parents care more about a dumb name than the actual child?
Yeah.
OP says most of them think my parents are crazy, but there are some who are just as crazy as my parents, and they're the ones who are siding with them. And then here's another one that says, here's the easy part. Those that side with your parents don't get a wedding invite. They're the only people who will be present are the people who love and support you.
There you go.
People who think that they have more say than what you do over your own freaking name and all the emotions and the things that you have been going through that are directly associated with it are not the sort of people who you want at your wedding. They will make it all about your name and ultimately how it affects them.
It'll be a big fight.
Right? The day is about you, not them. They can have a general direction of F themselves and never return. Okay.
I agree with that.
I kind of agree
Cheers
with that.
to her.
Next person is Opie says, I agree with you. I also want to point out that she has so much verbiage here. Sorry. That had they, as parents, truly cared, they would have investigated if this name was causing you trauma growing up. Oh, this is another person. I apologize. That was a hot mess. All right, we're moving on to that one. Next one. Don't like their name, and then as a parent, they should have owned up to making your life harder. Fixed it or not, be so mad that you didn't have to have a relationship with them where you felt comfortable telling them until the
That's
last
a good
minute.
point. What are the parents' names? Does she
Well,
say-
another good question is here. What was the parents like? What was their long game here? Are they cutting the OP off forever, or is it just to try to punish her for the wedding? That's my
I
question
think
to
they're just
OP.
mad and they're not going to give in, and they're just going to be mad for all the live long day.
Because I'm looking at Opie and I'm like, she's an adult human being who's allowed to decide on what you want your name to be.
Well, first of all, to change your name, the amount of hoops you got to jump through, now you got to get a new social security card.
And she's been
Now you gotta,
unhappy with the name they gave for her
Yeah, 'cause
entire
she got
life.
a shit name.
Right. Personally, I would tell them that if they wanted to continue to be a part of your life, they need to respect you as a person who can make their own choices and suck it up and attend the wedding. Otherwise, they're saying that they don't want to be a part of your adult life and they're not welcome in it unless they apologize. It's like so stupid. It's like, you know what I mean?
Seriously?
It doesn't really make much sense here. Let me see if I've got some other good questions for you. Have you ever wanted to change your name?
No.
No, me neither.
No, but for some reason, people in the Atlanta airport cannot spell the name Melanie. We were flying back from a competition, and we went to Starbucks to get a coffee. They wrote my name as Malona. So they're yelling out, Malona, Malona, and I'm like,
Who's the-
standing there.
Malona.
I think it was Jess. She goes, Mel, I think they're talking that's you.
I love
And I'm
the
like, do you
name.
mean Melanie? They're like, yes. So then we go to Chick-fil-A to get a breakfast
You look
biscuit.
like a Malona. I like
we
that.
go to get
I'm
a
gonna call you
breakfast
that from now on.
biscuit Chick-fil-A, and they're like, Mealy? Mealy. Jess goes, Mel, I think that's you again.
Are you not saying your name clearly to people?
Melanie. How much? But then also when I worked at Ryan White Foundation, my guy on my team, he used to call me Melania. He was from Cuba.
Oh, cute. Yeah.
So I was Malona Mealy for that whole trip back and the whole next month at the gym.
Malona Mealy.
Malona Mealy. Jess goes, Mel, I think that's you again.
Malona Mealy Melania.
It was like, and it
That's
was
a great
also
name.
like 4 a.m. So it was like really. Yes.
So let me ask you this. What's the fine line between a fun, unique name and then a name that sets a kid up to be teased?
I think something that makes sense, but also with the spelling of names, can we stop with the weird spellings?
Yeah, like
And then the parents.
Kaylee. Kayleigh. No.
But then the parents get mad if you pronounce the name. Like, there's a girl and her name is Mervin, but it's spelled Meravune. And every time I say it, her mother's like, "You keep saying her name wrong."
I'm
like,
going to
"Well,
say
kid-"
Mauve.
I'm like,
Say M.
finally, I was just like, "Hey, girl, come on." I renamed her to Kathy.
It's too and there are some parents out there that regret it. They're like, yeah, I know it's a pain in the ass name.
That's why some people end up going by their middle
I know
name.
a Mackenzie and it's spelled there's like a Q in it or something crazy. I'm like, what?
But then a lot of people end up going by middle names.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Poor kid.
So like I know a Wilder. I think that's a cute, fun name. I'm okay with that one.
Middle name.
No, that's okay as a first name. I'm okay with Wilder. I think it's
What
cute.
about the entourage of women who name their kids? Kenley, Ashley, Jenley, Jadenly, like all those weird. like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I know a lady that went to the doctor's office and she was having twins, and there was like posters in the doctor's office or whatever, and she didn't know what she was going to name her kids. Well, it turns out she named her kids gonorrhea and syphilis.
Oh my God, we're going to Panache.
All right, let's go.
That's like Lamangelo, Orangelo.
Orangelo. Every guest, every time. Since 1987, Panache opened its doors to be a cut above the rest. Their mission at Panache is to care for their team, their guests, and community from scalp to soul and bring the joy to the world one service at a time. The Panache difference is their carefully chosen and highly trained staff there to exceed your expectations. The same goes for their elegant salon space, dedicated to guest comfort and devotion to innovation and artistry. They're focused on making your day and continually raising the bar by aligning with Aveda's mission. You gotta get Panache.com and get with it, boo. Right. Let's get into this news. We got
Wrong.
3 news stories in front of us. Let's find out if these are newsworthy or not. All right, this first one, the grab of his career. Here's what happened.
Him
4th
in
of July.
Pennsylvania hanging out.
4th of July, out on Alavardo Lake in Texas.
Oh, Texas.
A firefighter named Jason Horn is spending the day on his boat with his 12-year-old daughter. Off duty, not in uniform. Just a dad on a lake.
Yeah, but you're
And
always a police officer.
in the distance, he sees a jet ski and a boat waving him down. And then he noticed a third boat on a pontoon flipped completely upside down.
Dun, dun, dun.
He hears people screaming, "Our babies are under there." So Jason tells his daughter to sit tight, dives in the water, swims over, and goes under the capsized boat, pulls out one child, then another, starts CPR right there on top of the pontoon, and then he hears a third kid still under. Good Samaritans pitch in. They find the little boy tangled in ropes, and Jason does CPR on him too. All the way back to the boat ramp, all 3 children make it to the hospital, and all 3 recover. The family calls him to say thank you, and Jason Horn says, I quote, he says, "Anything but a hero. He was just trying to help those people." So, Mel, got any more details here?
So here we go. A man went on a lake on his day off with his little girl, pulled 3 drowning children, and brought him back to life.
No days off.
That's right. When you do those lines of duty, it's no days off. Second, he's not a he said he's not a hero.
No.
Well, that's exactly what makes him a hero. The
Yeah.
ones who don't go looking for a parade, the ones who dive under a flipped boat, do CPR 3 times and say, "Oh, it's nothing."
True.
And here's the part that gets me. His terminology for a rescue is making the grab, and he called this the grab of his career.
Yeah, that's true.
Those kids were all wearing life jackets.
Oh my
Somebody
God,
buckled
good.
those babies up before they even hit the water, and it gave Jason the seconds he needed.
Because in Florida, they wouldn't have life
Yep.
jackets. I hate to say it as a
That's two
truth.
lessons in one story. Wear the damn life jacket and
God
be the
bless.
person who jumps in. So here's the big part of this. This day and age we live in,
Sorry.
people will see things and they won't step into action because they're afraid. They'll
And
videotape.
he's off duty. I think this was a great story. I love a hero story. I'm
Yeah.
saying news for me.
Because we need more people like this.
I saying news. Yep.
News.
I have this next story that's going to blow your mind.
I know. I sent it to you.
I didn't know that this company owned this company. Okay, let me get it to. Okay, here's the story. A biscuit company got sold to another biscuit company. That's it. That's the headline. Maple Street Biscuit
Yum.
Company, which started right here in Jacksonville, San Marco area back in 2012, got bought by Cracker Barrel a few years ago for $36 million. Now, Cracker Barrel has turned around and sold it to an outfit called Biscuit Belly,
Oh.
who is covering most of the locations to their own brand. Some spots will stay open. Some will close. The sign out front will definitely change. Biscuits in, biscuits out. Mel, I love a biscuit as much as the next man, but a restaurant changed owners. That happens every single day. I'm going to need you to explain why you think this is newsworthy.
So this is news because it absolutely changes the way we see things. Okay. And also, this is like hometown news.
We're
right?
losing ours in St. Augustine, by the way.
Maple Street didn't come from some boardroom in another state.
Closing.
It started right here. A local kid made good, went national, sold for $36 million. That's a Jacksonville success story, and you want to file it under meh.
Kinda.
But this isn't just a sale, it's a whole saga.
Yeah.
This company bought it to take it nationwide. It didn't rise like they hoped. See what I did there? Rise, biscuits rise.
I see,
They
yeah.
closed a bunch of stores, and now they flipped it into a brand new owner who's rebranding 35 locations and closing 16.
Yeah, we're one of the 16. We're closing.
Yes, which stinks because that's people losing jobs.
I know.
And I liked Maple. And you know what? But here's the thing.
It's in a really good spot, though, and I
Yeah.
feel like and I know the owners, so like that of the building. I mean, that'll flip.
I don't know.
I mean,
Food is news, and I think because when things change hands and brands change and they get bought out, the recipes change. Everything you love about that organization changes. So I think it's news.
I think Cracker Barrel is actually owned by Dunkin' Donuts.
You're correct, sir.
And Dunkin' Donuts is like they freaking own everything. They own Buffalo Wild Wings. Like it's insane how much they own.
The parent
so they
company.
could make a financial mistake like this and be like, "Oops, no big deal." That's like a pimple on a boar's ass. I find
also,
that
too,
I think that's the story.
But there's also a reason why the owner sold to them.
I agree with that too because he knew that cash money was going to be in his
but
hand
not only
because
that,
they were.
but think about it. When you get to a
they have
point,
the
maybe
liquid.
they were just ready to get out of the food business and they wanted to start a new venture in life.
I got to tell you, I'm shocked that ours is closing because there was a line. I mean, it's
Always.
right by Spice and Tea, so Colleen talks about it all the time. There was a line. Always, you see this. It's
I wonder what's going to go there.
around the block. I can't believe it. I can't imagine why they were closing it though.
That's why I'm wondering if they just were like, okay, it's time to start like getting out of the business and start.
Yeah. You know what I miss in that spot? I really liked when the original Floridian was in that spot.
Me too.
It was such a cool spot there.
Me too.
I just really
It was
loved.
easy to get
That's
in and
when
out
I would
of.
go to the Floridian. Like I would go. I would pilgrimage there
I
all
want
the
to go
time.
to the new one.
Yeah. I gotta go too. I haven't
I
done
think
it
that's
yet.
news because it's local.
Yeah, I think food is news. I'm going to
Yes.
agree with you on that. I think it's it's a business over business, and we got to stay on top of like who's owning what because I need to know who's looking for an ad. So it's news for me, baby. I got to do business here.
Do it.
All right, next up, story number 3, the bravest little sister in America. All right, just days before Christmas last year, a mom named Amanda Maline noticed a rash and some swelling on the leg of her 5-year-old daughter, Emma. Now, a parent knows that feeling in your gut. She took Emma to the pediatrician who ran some tests and thankfully ruled out the scariest possibilities. But the diagnosis was still a hard one. Emma had a rare disease called aplastic anemia, a condition where the body's bone marrow stops making blood cells it needs. And in Emma's case, the doctor says she would need a bone marrow transplant. And here's where the angels show up, Sonnies. Emma has a little sister named Lucy, just 2 years old. And when they tested her, Lucy turned out to be a perfect genetic match. The one person in the world that could help Emma, it was her baby sister. Oh my God, she was just 2 years old. Oh my gosh. That's the part that gets me, because for weeks leading into this, little Lucy had to get her own blood drawn over and over. And her mama said Lucy's favorite thing to say every single time the needle came out was, "I'm being brave for Emma." Ugh. 2 years old, Sonnies, and already understanding that sometimes love means doing the hard, scary thing for somebody you love. None of us are okay with this. Mel,
no.
give me some details.
All right, so
tearjerker.
This 5-year-old Emma was diagnosed with a rare disease where the bone marrow stops producing blood cells. Okay. And the mom, thank God the mom trusted her gut. That's all I have to say.
For sure.
And this all happened right before Christmas.
I'd have put some ointment and kept them moving,
yeah,
right?
You would have. So, throughout the months of testing, brave little Lucy kept repeating her favorite phrase, which you already stated, "I'm being brave for Emma."
I'm being brave for Emma.
Before the February transplant, Emma had to undergo chemotherapy to prepare her body, a heavy road for such a little one, and Mom Amanda practically lived at the hospital by her side because Emma was frightened to be alone.
Right.
The transplant was a complete success.
Amazing.
They returned home in March, and by the 100-day milestone, doctors confirmed no reoccurrence of the disease. The most beautiful part, in her mom's own words, she's realizing that Lucy saved her life, and they have a bond that's so incredible. We talk about heroes on this show all the time, you guys.
Woo!
And I don't know. And
she's leading the charge.
The most interesting thing to me is it's these little kids that are the heroes.
Right. She makes that firefighter look like a POS.
Oh, but you know what? Now, anytime Emma gets mad at her little sister Lucy, Lucy can be like, "Listen, I saved your life. You better give me that toy."
Right? I love
Hilarious.
it. Definitely newsworthy for me.
Yes.
Guys, what are you saying in comments right now while we take a quick break with Bin 39?
Yeah.
Bin 39, the hidden gem of downtown St. Augustine since 2016. This is your secret getaway to a fabulous time. It's tucked away inside the lobby of the St. George Inn, and this charming spot boasts a courtyard setting that's straight out of a dream at the north end of St. George Street. Their wine collection features over 85 unique gems, is a journey into the extraordinary. You'll find wines from both small and large producers. They're open daily from 8 to 8 and Thursday to Sunday from 1 to 7. You got to check them out. Bin 39.
That was the best meme of the week.
We're laughing about the meme on
the
Monday.
Gracie Abrams meme. Do you guys remember that? We are getting roasted by our friend groups
Nobody
about
else
this.
thinks it's funny besides us.
I think it's hysterical. It was the name Gracie. Yeah, the name Gracie Abrams sounds like a girl that got hit in the head by a horse, and you have to sign a big card.
Only we think it's funny. Maybe her in Pennsylvania going.
Maybe this is why my horoscope is so horrible today. Let's get into Hey Girl Hey horrible horoscopes. We got Libra and Scorpio on deck. Libra, here we go. This week, someone will ask you where you want to eat, and the result standoff will outlast several civilizations. You will finally pick a place. Guess what? It's closed.
This is me.
This is me too. Second choice, closed again. Third choice, open, terrible, your fault. You will agree with two people who are fighting in writing, and the screenshots will circulate. The scales you're famous for are broken, off balance, much like folding a chair that will collapse under you at the worst possible gathering.
Oh my God, I was standing. We were at a concert years ago, and I was standing in a folding chair. I was like, I got this. Well, I leaned back, and it went, "Cook," and I went, wham.
That's exactly what's happening to Libras this week. I think Libra, you got the worst one this week so far.
Hilarious.
Scorpio, here's me. Scorpio, this week you will investigate something that you did not need to. Well, I mean, I got to find good stuff for the show. Investigating and under a truth that ruins your entire week and possibly brunch. That sounds like me, yep.
That sounds like the last year of your life.
You will send a text, "Hey, we need to talk," and then go mysteriously quiet for 9 hours, torturing everyone, including yourself. Someone will wrong you in a dream, and you will wake up genuinely angry at them and will affect how you treat them today. The stars suggest therapy, Scorpio, and then the stars suggest more therapy, Scorpio. The stars will also suggest revenge instead. Ooh, I love that And that is a wrap on this Wellington Wednesday.
Wellington.
We chilled, we thrilled, we laughed, we thrived, and most importantly,
We survived.
that's the truth, guys. We will be back at 9 a.m. tomorrow with a really special guest in studio.
Yes, so excited.
Excited. We love you
Yes.
guys. Hit that share buttons.
Do
Bye,
it.
Sonnies.
Bye, guys.
Share the show.
We can share the show.
Yes, we can. Now share the show.
Hit that little.
Arrow.
Do it. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Sharing the show. Mel's got to pee.
Yes.
Pee,
Do it
pee.
now.